So, this is a quick little coloring video I made of just a random character. I said I would import my skin references immediately and also do a study on braids. I lied on both of those things. I do thankfully now have my skin tone imports or skin tone references imported over. Now, I did not originally, so that's fun, but this is just a quick little coloring video to show off what I sometimes do with blocking in color and just like coloring as I go. I don't prefer doing this. It's a little time intensive, not even time intensive, it just takes a lot of thought, process that I usually don't put onto myself, and it is more, you can choose it if you want to decide the more colors on the fly, although I've stuck to pretty much, I want to say 3 or 4 color palette. Fun if you're keeping simple colors, basically. And if you're just in a rush and want to just get this done. So you can see I'm starting off with like a brownish. I just kind of sketched out a random thing, honestly. I don't even think I uploaded this art piece to my Tumblr, mainly because I've given up on, every artist, I'm sure some haven't, but I'm sure most artists like me are like, oh, we want the views. I realized I started having a lot more fun, shocker, when I stopped caring, so I don't even upload my art half the time. It's usually just stuff I look at because I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I won't even look back on the art I make because I don't think it looks good. I just enjoy the process. And I think that's true for a lot of people. Although I'm very happy to do stuff like art fight or art trades. I'll do commission. I have art requests. I am always happy to accept those. And then I think I have an old commission sheet somewhere that I'll throw out if I need to. But yeah, now I'm on to the face. I'm basically doing things from top to bottom, basically, as I usually do with coloring. Even when I'm not blocking it out. But yeah, at least I think this will give me, I had 2 colors planned out, and then I had to, add more as I went on. Yeah, I don't really have much planned for these. I doubt this is mainly just going to be a place where I ramble about whatever I want. No one's going to find this. I would eat my own hat. I would eat one of my hats if I ended up actually gaining any traction on any of this. So it's nice, not have any of the pressure. Just talking into an empty void, really, while watching myself past me struggle with basic things that in reality should be very easy to deal with. Just line the eyes, my dude. Yeah, it's just nice to look back on what I was doing. Yeah, I also have a second artwork in the progress. I originally was going to try and draw Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender. I gave up on that pretty quickly. I might return to it, although it wouldn't be a video because of the way my sketchbook or my art program records this is interesting, very interesting. It basically, if I exit out of the drawing in sketchbook itself, then the video itself is kind of just lost, and I'm not smart enough to edit them together just yet, so we'll do what we can, which is why you may see, oh, my brother told me to add an ear, like a little pointed ear, so that's what I'm doing. I usually don't draw ears unless they're, again, pointed. Any piercings I draw will typically, I haven't gotten that far yet, but typically I'll put them on the side of the head. Now I'm just adding a little bit of hair in front to make it look, a little more natural. Again, not accustomed to drawing ears. I've learned that if you do enough expression with the face, like the eyes, the mouth, the nose, all that, if you're good enough with those expressions, you can take a few things out. If you look very closely, I actually don't add eyebrows to my drawings. mainly because it's now part of my style. In reality, I'm just very lazy and just keep forgetting to add them. So they just tend to not appear. And it honestly hasn't caused any problems. Everyone knows typically the facial expressions that are being made using context clues, body language. I know one artist who, or no, I saw one artist who didn't draw eyes and only did eyebrows, mouths, and nose because they were good enough to show off those expressions. So I just find it very interesting what you can, take out and what you can leave in. Yeah, now I'm just working on the clothes. I'm not very big on drawing over extravagant clothes with designs. I don't even layer clothing. It's usually just a t-shirt and pants or a skirt. If I'm going wild, it's usually maybe I'll do a little bit of layering, but I typically only wear one t-shirt and then pants, and that's it. That's my day. So I'm a very bad fashion example for this type of thing. Although I'm hoping again to do a bit more practice. I'll do a few studies. Yeah. Now we're just finishing up the green. Yeah, it was very interesting how I just naturally decided to really keep with, I guess, I want to say about 3 colors, give or take, if I recall correctly. Just enough to have enough variation. It's really good if you're blocking in like this, because then you don't have to worry too much about swapping colors out 24/7. Oh yeah, I forgot, I did a little bodysuit. Yeah, and then again, barely any effort on the hands. I need to start putting more effort on hands. I'd honestly, if I'm doing a hand study, I'm just going to end up drawing Shigaraki Tomura before the white heroning, so that will be painful with a lot of crying. There would be so much. God, I need to do that actually. I don't think I've ever drawn Shigaraki Tomura with the hands on his face. I should clarify, Shigaraki Tomura is an anime character I'm absolutely obsessed with. Because Handman. He's Handman. A quick Google search will show you. But yeah, now I'm finishing up the arms. I've always ended up sketching arms last. Most people, from what I can tell, sketch arms first. Usually doing the legs helps me find just a bit of stability. Where are they resting? How are they resting? Stuff like that. Something I end up doing by accident is seeing each of the segments as like completely separate, when in reality they're more like together the whole being. So I'm trying to do more squash and stretch, especially with like the torso, so it looks more natural when they do more dynamic posing. Or do more dynamic poses that aren't just someone just standing there or sitting in a different way. So, yeah, this is, again, just something quick I did to really just relax a bit more from dealing with just the annoyance of not making good art on that one Aang sketch, which, God, honestly, I'll probably end up redoing it. I'm not the best with fan art, honestly. And then now I'm adding little ruffles. I wanted to do little leg warmers just because it felt appropriate. I love doing stuff like, as you saw, I'll do skin color and then I'll duplicate the layer, lock it, and then go over that with another color, like again the green, and then I will just make that top layer like 50% transparency, give or take, and it ends up looking like almost see-through tights. They're just like tights or stuff like that, and it's one of my favorite things to do just because I think it looks really good, and it ends up just being a good way to add a little bit of depth or something to shake it up just a little bit so you're not completely monochrome or just dealing with what seems to be only just 3 colors. Now I'm adding a wing here. I believe. God, what color did I make that? Oh, I made that dark color. Yeah. I don't have a name for this character. I don't know who this character is. This character just exists in a void. I think, yeah, this character just exists in a void. I just started drawing and sketching, and that usually ends up with interesting choices. Although you'll probably see after this just some consistency in how I typically do characters. Alright, now that's enough. I'm done rambling. I will see you whenever I decide to post the next one.